go, chapter 29. Interhake. Amongst these things, or all these things are going on, Yam Praemissae album erant equites. So the equites were praemissae, so the cavalry was sent, so this Yam must be in the past. So while these things are going on, already the knights had been sent, albums and accusative, to Alba, qui, who, with a purpose, were to traducerant, to lead the multitude, all these people, another accusative, Rome, to Rome. So equites were sent to Alba to lead the multitude to Rome. Legions, day in day then, ducte. So that's a past passive. Legions had then been led ad daru endem the urbam. So this is a bit of a purpose in this gerundive, to destroy the city, or to uproot the city, but get rid of the city. Quae, which, ubi when, intravere, plural, they entered the porters, the gates, non quinem, there was not even, fuit tumultus, ille, so these are in position, there was not that type of tumult or disturbance, nor the pavor or the fear, qualis, of the type, customary, when a urbam esse captarum, when of a captured city, cum refractus portus, with broken gates, or VE, or stratus muris arete, or strawn down walls with or broken down walls with an arete. This is the word for ram, a battering ram, or the citadel VE, captured by force, with its clamour of the capta hostilis, of the captive enemies, and cursus, which is running per the urbam, through the city, armatorum, of the armed men, omnia ferro flamaque miscet. So these things all mix in, but the ferro here would be the iron of a sword and flame, so mixed in with swords and flame, so there wasn't this. Sed silentium triste, we have a neuter, but there was a grim or sad silence, and tacita maestitia. This is a sorrow, silent sorrow. Tacita means silent. Ita, so animos omnium was defixed, so all their hearts basically were fixed on all these things. We have ita orders correlatives, so that pray here, it's going to mean because of, metus in the ablative, because of fear they were, plural, oblita, they were forgetful of quid reliquent, what they should relinquish and leave behind, and quid secum, and what with themselves ferent they should bear away. They were deficiente concilio, they didn't really have plans, deficient in counsel, and alia alios rogentes qui, a present participle plural. Some people were asking others, because they didn't seem to have a plan, what they should leave and what they should take, and now they were starenting, they were standing in their liminabuses, their thresholds of the doorway. So we have nunc as correlatives. So in 1 minute they're standing in the doorway, and now they are errabundying through their domuses, which means wandering. It would be a gerund. Ultimate looks like one last ultimate time. Pervagor is a deponent, so which means wandering around. Visore, they're wandering around looking for one last time, the ultimate time, wandering through their houses. Ut viro, but as Yam now, the clamor equitum, the clamor of these horsemen was instabating, pressing on them, of orders exiri, ordering them to leave, to go out. And now the fragor, the din or crashing tectorum of the houses, which were ruta bantering, which were being torn down, they were hearing the ultimus partis urbis, from the furthest parts of the city, audiabata, they were hearing this, and qui, the pulvis from distantibus locus. This is dust from different places. Distant means different places, not distant. Was ortus, the dust had arisen, velut as if, nube as if in a cloud, and impleverated omnia, inductor nube. It's looks ablative because it's as if a cloud had been came into them and it impleverated everything and it covered everything, filled up everything. Raptum. So quizque means each one. Raptum, they sort of grabbed quibus, whatever they were able to. We have quibus elatus, which they could take away with themselves. With their larum and penates and tecta, that's the la and the penates are gods of the houses, and tecta is the building itself. In quibus, in which natus, again, quizque here, so it's in each one in the houses and which they had, and their gods which they had been born in these houses, and quizque educatus, they had been reared in this, relinquing, so they're present participle in this, they're leaving these houses in which they were born, and they are exiting, they're going out. Now contins agmen impleverated the vias. So a continuous column of people, of the migrants, that's genitive. Migrants means they are moving. This filled up the vias, the roads. And a conspectus, this is a site of aliorum mutua miseration, means they're all sad, mutually, all of them. So there's a site of all of them in their mutual sorrow state. Integrabat means they're doing something anew or refresh themselves. Lacrimus, so they're shedding tears again. And even etiam voces miserables ex audibates. So again, you can take that as overheard. Miserable voices. Remember, there's crying and pitiable voices. Praecipui adverb, especially mulierum, especially women who are doing the lacrimas and these miserable voices. When obsessa by amatus, so they're compelled by amen, they are praeterient, they pass by their august temples, templums are neuter, so they pass by, these would be accusative or something, as if they were relinquishing, leaving dios captos, leaving behind gods who had been captured, or yes, the gods were now defeated even. Egressus Urbe alba, so the Albans have egressed from the Urbe, from the city. Romans, Romanus, it's put as a singular, but the Romans pass him everywhere. Publica privata, public and private, everywhere they adequated, made equal solo to the ground, basically. So they leveled everything to the soil, omnia tecta. So all the buildings, tectas, means roof or buildings, public and private, pass him everywhere, were leveled to the ground. And que una hora, 1 hour, the opus with which quibus had been which had stood alba at alba for 400 years, was given over, dead to exidio, which is its end or destruction, and ruinous. We have ruin in English. Templis tamen deum, genitive plural, temples nevertheless, or yet of the gods, ita anim edictum ab rege furet, for it had been, anim is for, thus or so, an edict ab reg by the king. It was temperatum, they refrained from it, it was spared, as they say. Of the Daily Dictionary, tempero, tempare, first conjugation, combine, blend, temper, make mild, control yourself or refrain from. So spared is a version of that. Roma interim crescit albane ruinus. So Rome, meanwhile, crescited, it increased or grew by this ruin, by the ruin of Alba. The numerous civium, the number of citizens, was duplicated, so it was doubled. Caelius Mons, this is a Caelian hill, was added dative to the Urbe, to the city. And quo frequentius, quo with a comparative, and so quo becomes ut, so that it may be inhabited, habiturated more frequently, more people, or what do you want to call it? More of a crowd can live there. The sedem Tullius is the guy doing it. Tullius habitated this. He inhabited this in Ibi, and there he made this the seat of his kingdom or his royal house, and so he capited it. He took it. The Princeps Alborum, so the leading men of the Alborans, in patres ut eo quoque pars republica crescunt legit. So he legated, he chose these leaders of the Albans, he made them into patres, into the Senate basically, or whatever you want to call it. So that quoque also pars, this part of the republic, republica, would crescuit, grow. And then there's a bunch of people here. The Julii, the Servii, the Geganios, Quinctiur. The I think we've got someone missing here, have we? Julius Servilius, Quinctici, Gregan. Oh no, they're all there. Yeah, so all these in English have got II at the end of them. Okay, if you wanted to know. And we're done for the day. And a templum for this order, ordine, he made, fecunded from his own orders, auctio, for the increase of the curia. Curia is a senate house, which hostilia appellatus, which is called the hostilia, as far or as long as until ad aetem, until the age, split with the double genitive, of our fathers, of our own senators, basically. And that's it.